Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, millions of Americans on alert for flash flooding, an arrest overnight in the hiking murders, and a historic heist in Miami. Breaking overnight, severe flooding slamming the Southwest, the latest round in a hard-hit region. As the threat moves east, with the I-95 corridor on alert for flooding rain, plus the relief from the brutal heat dome. And the air quality alerts right now, with hundreds of out-of-control wildfires raging in our neighbors to the north.
25 passengers hospitalized after significant turbulence in the air.
They have the emergency vehicle standing by.
We hear from passengers who were on the Delta flight saying it felt like the plane did a nosedive.
There's a moment where we thought we were going down.
Breaking overnight, in custody. An arrest in the killings of the Arkansas couple who were hiking with their young daughters. The suspect said he just moved to the area to work at a local school.
Firing back, the family of one of Jeffrey Epstein's most well-known victims outraged after President Trump said the convicted sex offender stole her from Mar-a-Lago. Virginia Giuffre's family now raising questions about what Trump may have known at the time.
2 men charged with staging car crashes on a New York City highway. How many collisions did they plan? And did they instruct others on how to pull off the scam too?
Guilty. The dentist who poisoned his wife's protein shake, now convicted of first-degree murder. What happened in court? The moment he broke down.
I'm supposed to be able to trust my dad.
When one of their 6 children addressed the courtroom.
Historic heist. The FBI investigation after the alleged robbery at the Miami Heat Arena. Game-worn jerseys from the NBA Finals taken, including LeBron James and Dwayne Wade.
Ken Jennings and Matt Damon teaming up for a millionaire mission.
I have to say, this was the least dramatic $1 million moment in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire history.
Did they win it all for a good cause and to mess with Jimmy? Plus, it wasn't Mission Impossible for Chase. This pup's action star escape.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Thursday. Good morning, America.
Gotta love that music for the little puppy right there. Good morning, America. Hope you guys are doing well this morning.
Yes, we do. And we have a lot to get to this morning, including new hope for new moms. We're taking a look at the first medication approved to treat postpartum depression. This could be a game changer for so many women who struggle with that. Plus, the high noon recall that has to do with another popular drink. Check what's in that can.
Oh, yeah. But we're going to begin with the extreme weather, flash flooding in hard-hit parts of New Mexico, while the threat takes aim at the I-95 corridor. Plus, some relief from the oppressive heat, and Sam is here with it all. Good morning, Sam.
Let's tackle it all, Michael. Let's start with these images. This is crazy. Again last night, this flash flooding in Ruidoso. Now, this is a bad setup. This is the 4th time, by the way, we've talked about this just in July. Because of the wildfire burn scar there, every time they've been getting heavy rain that's been focused there, it's led to flooding and water rescues just like that. Now, let me show you where the new flooding threat will be today. There's a system, kind of a front that's laying across here, and a lot of available moisture in the air. Water temperatures are warmer than normal along the coastline here. So this is a really bad kind of connection with this front into available moisture. This is where all of these storms, and this could be more than 3 inches of rain per hour sometimes. Some of these scattered storms will start by about 1 o'clock. The real deal will come after 4, so it's the drive time home and go into the overnight hours. Still some lingering showers tomorrow morning. I would look for street flooding here. Could be river and stream flooding as well. So now that we've kind of got that handled, let's talk a little bit about the heat dome, because this has been a big story all week long and really most of the summer for us. So follow the extreme heat warnings. Look at Jackson, look at Memphis right in here. This is the worst heat in the country today. A lot of orange from heat advisory. This is going to feel super hot because of the humidity and the heat. Now watch this drop a little bit as the heat dome shrinks a little bit to the south, and this powerful front, the one I just told you was going to flood part of the I-95 corridor. So that's going to bring this cooler relief air all the way down through the middle of the country, the heartland. Just spot check Nashville here that was so warm before. Now look at where it's going into the 80s. There'll be some 70s falling in here. So this is on into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we keep stepping that cool air down. This is a big relief for part of the country. But again, that Gulf Coast area does not get the relief, guys.
Okay, thank you, Sam. We're going to turn now to the 25 passengers hospitalized after significant turbulence on a Delta flight. This morning we're hearing from some of the passengers. Mola Lenghi has a story. Good morning, Mola.
Well, good morning, George. Yeah, some terrifying and pretty dangerous moments as that international flight from Salt Lake City was really just getting started, sending more than 24 people to the hospital.
This morning, troubles in the skies.
Minneapolis Tower, Delta 56, emergency aircraft.
25 passengers taken to the hospital after a Delta flight from Salt Lake City to Amsterdam experienced significant turbulence.
They have the emergency vehicle standing by.
The plane with 275 passengers and 13 crew on board diverted to Minneapolis' airport Wednesday night. Passengers on board describing the terrifying moments.
The plane rose rapidly up about 500 feet and then did somewhat of a nosedive very rapidly down about 1,500 feet.
There's a moment where we thought we were going down. So I'm, still shaken about it. It was very scary.
25 people were injured and transported to hospitals.
One young lady in particular, I believe she got thrown up twice to the ceiling and down and landed on people. I think she ended up with some fractured ribs.
The Airbus A330 landing safely in Minneapolis.
Well, Delta says those 25 injured were taken to the hospital for evaluation and care. And the FAA is now investigating the incident, Rebecca.
Yeah, they want to get to the bottom of this. Okay, Mola, thank you. We're going to turn now to breaking news overnight. An arrest in the case of the couple that was killed while hiking in an Arkansas state park with their daughters. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katersky is here with that story. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, Rebecca. This double murder case left Arkansas in shock. Two parents hiking with their kids fatally attacked on a popular trail. Now police believe they've caught the killer. This morning, a teacher who recently moved to Arkansas is under arrest in the inexplicable double murder of two hikers killed in front of their children.
We were able to take a monster off the streets and bring relief to Clinton and Kristen's precious girls. And to the rest of the citizens of Arkansas.
Arkansas State Police charged 28-year-old James Andrew McGann with murdering Clinton and Kristen Brink while they were hiking with their two young daughters at Devil's Den State Park. The girls, ages 7 and 9, were uninjured. Police said McGann did not know the couple he's accused of killing.
We're still exploring and determining exactly what that motive was, so it'd be a little premature for us to speak on that tonight.
He just moved to the area and was hired as a teacher at a local school. The horror happened this past Saturday. Police said they found the couple dead on the hiking trail, spurring a days-long manhunt. Witnesses describing the suspect as a white man with a medium build.
Be on the lookout for a white male suspect wearing black gloves, sunglasses.
Authorities releasing this police sketch and later this photo of a person of interest with clothes that match the description. They say he was seen driving a black sedan with a license plate covered by electrical or duct tape. Friends remembering the Brinks as kind and genuine.
I'm really struggling to understand why or how this could happen to such sweet people.
The couple's two daughters are now with family members who released a statement saying in part Clinton and Kristen died heroes protecting their little girls and they deserve justice. They will forever live on in all of our hearts. The alleged killer was arrested while he was getting a haircut. The Brinks had recently moved to northwest Arkansas. The governor of the state said the murder left all of Arkansas absolutely heartbroken. Michael?
So senseless there, Aaron. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. We're going to turn now to the latest on the Jeffrey Epstein saga. In reaction this morning to President Trump's comments that the convicted sex offender stole workers away from him at Mar-a-Lago. Chief Washington correspondent John Carl has the story. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Michael. The family of one of Epstein's most well-known victims is outraged about what Donald Trump has said about her and how the Trump administration has dealt with Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell, who they call a predator and, quote, a monster who deserves to rot in prison for the rest of her life. Virginia Giuffre was the young girl in this photo with Prince Andrew, who she later sued for sexual assault, an allegation he denied, settling the case without admitting wrongdoing. Overnight, the family of Giuffre, who died by suicide in April, said in a statement, quote, if our sister could speak today, she would be most angered by the fact that the government is listening to a known perjurer, a woman who repeatedly lied under oath and will continue to do so as long as it benefits her position. They are especially upset that Trump's Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche met with Ghislaine Maxwell last week, noting that she was indicted for perjury. Virginia Giuffre was among the first to go public with allegations against Epstein, accusing him of forcing her to have sex with him and other powerful men. Giuffre said Epstein's convicted accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, recruited her from Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort when she was just 16 and also abused her.
I was recruited at a very young age from Mar-a-Lago and entrapped in a world that I didn't understand.
Maxwell has denied the allegations and claimed in a 2016 deposition that Giuffre had, quote, lied repeatedly. Just this week, the president told reporters he had a falling out with Jeffrey Epstein because he, quote, took people who worked for him at Mar-a-Lago, saying one of them was Giuffre.
I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people. Yeah. He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know, none whatsoever.
Now Giuffre's family wants to know if the president was aware of Epstein's and Maxwell's abuse of young girls. It makes us ask if he was aware of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's criminal actions. The family pointed to comments Trump made about Epstein to New York Magazine in 2002, 2 years after Giuffre said she was approached at Mar-a-Lago, when he praised Epstein and said, quote, "It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side." Maxwell is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence and is pushing for clemency. President Trump hasn't ruled out granting Maxwell clemency or even a pardon, but Giuffre's family said, quote, "She must remain in prison. Anything less would go down in history as being one of the highest travesties of justice." Virginia Giuffre's family said that her nightmares about being trafficked never left her, and that even 20 years later, quote, she would wake up screaming about what had happened. George?
John Carl, thanks. We're going to go overseas now to the latest on the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. A top U.S. envoy has arrived in Israel as the country faces mounting international pressure to end the war. Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pannell is on the border of Gaza. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, George. This is really where it's happening. We've been seeing those terrible images of children starving, reports of malnutrition. Well, this is an attempt to try and alleviate it. This is Israel into Gaza. We're seeing a flow of aid crossing over the border and trying to reach some of those people in desperate need. Aid agencies saying this is just a trickle. What they need is a flood. As U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff arrives here in Israel to discuss the crisis.
The level of human suffering in Gaza is intolerable.
In another major blow to Israel, Canada announcing it'll recognise a Palestinian state, citing the crisis on the ground.
Canada has long been committed to a two-state solution. An independent, viable and sovereign Palestinian state living side by side with the state of Israel in peace and security.
Israel condemning the move as rewarding Hamas terrorism. But the world's reacting to images like this. Gaza in the grips of near famine, according to UN experts. And efforts to deliver more food by air and land proving difficult, chaotic and often deadly. A new UN video showing gunshots near a crowd desperate for food Wednesday. At least 85 people have been killed trying to get aid in the last day, including at least 13 this morning, according to the Hamas-run Ministry of Health in Gaza. Israel rejecting accusations its troops opened fire, saying they only fired warning volleys. Meanwhile, the hunger crisis only growing worse. At least 150 dying from malnutrition, according to the Gaza Health Ministry. More than half of these children. The US Special Envoy in Israel today, an American volunteer doctor in Gaza, urging him to come and see for himself what's happening on the ground.
Mr. Witkoff, just come here right now.
Well, what we're seeing now, what we understand is that Steve Witkoff is going to meet with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu to discuss a ceasefire, the return of hostages alive and dead, and also how to alleviate the suffering in Gaza. Michael.
Yeah, we hope it leads to some positive results, Ian. Thank you. Going to turn now to President Trump stepping up his trade war ahead of a deadline tomorrow for countries to reach deals on tariffs with the U.S. Our senior political correspondent, Rachel Scott, is tracking it all at the White House. Good morning, Rachel.
Hey, Michael, good morning to you. And the president says this time around there will be no pauses, no extensions. He is now ramping up the pressure on countries to strike a deal with the United States in just about under 24 hours, or else these steep tariffs go into effect. Overnight, the president announcing preliminary trade deals with South Korea, both sides settling on a 15% tariff on most South Korean goods, including cars and electronics. That's down from the 25% the president had threatened. South Korea also agreeing to buy $100 billion worth of American energy. The president announcing expecting even more tariffs to take effect at midnight tonight, including 50% on certain copper goods and a 25% tariff on all products from India. And Trump also hitting Brazil with 50% tariffs that he threatened weeks ago, saying that he's doing it in part because of the country's prosecution of his political ally, former President Bolsonaro, who's accused of attempting a coup. But look, there are still major questions here if the president has the legal authority to do this. In fact, there is a hearing in a federal appeals court today challenging the president's tariffs, guys.
All right, Rachel, thank you. We turn now to a warning from alcoholic beverage brand High Noon that some of its alcoholic seltzers were accidentally labeled as energy drinks. Will Reeve is here with more. Good morning, Will. I saw actually some of these energy drinks around the office yesterday and had to wonder.
Yeah, you got to stay alert there because these brands, guys, good morning. These brands are buzzy and ubiquitous. Celsius is an energy drink. High Noon is a hard, meaning alcoholic seltzer. And this situation is also buzzy, but not in the intended way. You see, High Noon, the alcohol, ended up in some Celsius cans, and they were shipped to certain states last week. High Noon is announcing a recall of its vodka seltzer Beach Pack, that's a 12-pack, because the vodka seltzer was inadvertently put into cans of Celsius Astro Vibe. Now, products were shipped to Florida, New York, Ohio, South Carolina, Virginia, and Wisconsin, and it affects 2 shipment lots. And the numbers, they're there for you on the screen. And if you have any Celsius Astro Vibe at home, probably good to check those numbers right now on the exterior of the 12-pack. And the lots were shipped between July 21st and 23rd. No illnesses or any other incidents have been reported, guys.
Is that seems like a collaboration.
We just hope everybody's Coming up, Morgan Norwood is here with the verdict in the dentist murder case. Hey, Morgan.
Hi, George. The jury took just over 8 hours to convict James Craig of first-degree murder for killing his wife with a protein shake spiked with cyanide. Coming up, I'll tell you what happened when one of their children addressed the court.
Also ahead, 2 men charged with staging car crashes on a New York City highway. How many collisions did they plan?
And the FBI investigation after the alleged robbery at the Miami Heat's arena. The stolen items possibly connected to some of the biggest names in the NBA.
Coming up, Tom Brady and Scotty Scheffler are going to talk about what they're both saying about being great athletes and great dads. We'll be right back.
Well, comb in my hair now. While wondering what dress to wear now.
I say a little prayer for you.
Forever and ever, you stay in my heart.
Welcome back to GMA. It is a classic scene from My Best Friend's Wedding starring Julia Roberts, and now there's some talk about a sequel. We look forward to that, and we're going to find out more about it in Pop News.
Oh, they're all so young in that clip.
I'm surprised they're all still best friends to do a sequel. Okay.
First, new at 7:30, new details about the moments leading up to the deadly mid-air collision between an American Airlines jet and a Black Hawk helicopter in Washington, D.C. It killed 67 people in January. Some newly released video shows the plane as it makes its descent when the helicopter crashes directly into it. The NTSB revealed the crew inside the helicopter did not hear an air traffic control command to go behind the plane. The head of the NTSB blasted the FAA for what she says was their lack of effort to address the safety concerns. Also, the New York City police officer who was killed in the shooting rampage in Midtown Manhattan will be laid to rest today. Officer Diderol Islam was one of 4 people killed. The 36-year-old leaves behind a wife, 2 young sons, with a 3rd child on the way. 27-year-old Julia Hyman was buried on Wednesday. She had worked for Rudin Management, which owns the building.
Also, the Navy says an F-35 fighter jet crashed at Naval Air Station Lemoore in Central California on Wednesday. The pilot was able to eject and is safe. The cause of the incident is under investigation. And former NBA star Gilbert Arenas pleaded not guilty to charges of hosting illegal poker games at his mansion in California. Also charged is a suspected Israeli organized crime figure and several other associates. The 3-count indictment carries penalties of up to 5 years in prison on each charge.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Now to a verdict in the murder trial of the Colorado dentist accused of giving his wife a fatal dose of poison. James Craig was found guilty on multiple counts, including first-degree murder. Morgan Norwood has the story. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning to you, George. You know, it took the jury less than 8 hours to deliver that guilty verdict. And for weeks, the court heard gripping testimony, but James Craig never took the stand, never showed any emotion. Well, that was until he learned his fate and came face to face with his own children.
This morning, James Craig, the Colorado dentist who poisoned his wife's protein shake, now beginning a lifelong prison sentence after a jury convicted him of first-degree murder.
We, the jury, unanimously and beyond a reasonable doubt, find the defendant, James Craig, guilty of murder in the first degree.
Craig breaking down the moment his eldest daughter tearfully addressed the courtroom during sentencing.
I was supposed to be able to trust my dad. He was supposed to be my hero, and instead he'll forever be the villain in my book.
In their closing arguments, prosecutors painted Craig as a calculating killer who spent 10 days poisoning his wife and mother of their 6 children.
To believe any of the defendant's false narratives, you have to suspend reason and common sense.
The defense arguing Angela became suicidal after she learned her husband was cheating on her, reading emotional excerpts from her journal she kept years ago.
It almost killed me when he said he didn't love me and I wasn't enough.
The defense insisted while Craig may have been a serial cheater, that didn't make him a killer.
So you know what? Good job. You proved beyond a reasonable doubt that this guy is a cheater.
In 2023, our Matt Gutman spoke exclusively with Karen Kane, a woman Craig was seeing at the time of Angela's death. Karen believed Craig was going through a divorce.
You've been labeled the mistress in this story.
Yeah, I don't like that label. If I had known what was true, I would not have been with this person.
Karen testifying earlier in the trial that when Angela lay dying in the hospital, James was texting her and making plans for her to visit Colorado in the coming days.
Do you think that James Craig allegedly poisoned his wife to clear the deck so he could be with you?
There's no way I'm motive. There's been no planning a future together.
Prosecutors argued Craig wanted a way out.
Clearly, Craig wanted out of his marriage, but was unwilling to face the consequences of divorce. He gave in to greed and cowardice, ultimately treating Angela as an object, an obstacle to the life he wanted.
Now, prosecutors say that they expect an appeal from the defense, but they vowed to defend the jury's guilty verdict. We, of course, know Craig was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole, guys.
Yeah, and mother lost her life and the poor kids. All right, thank you, Morgan. Appreciate that. We're going to turn now to the 2 men charged with staging car crashes on New York City highways and streets and allegedly trying to collect insurance payouts. Rhiannon Alley is here with the story. Good morning, Rhiannon.
Hey, good morning to you, Michael. It was a smashing scheme that landed 2 men behind bars accused of masterminding the fraud. We spoke to one of the alleged victims who thought she had been in an accidental crash, but authorities say she was actually set up. Oh my God! A stunning car crash caught on camera.
Oh my God, what is he doing? Babe, what happened?
It happened last year, and police say it's one of 3 staged accidents allegedly orchestrated by 2 men to collect fraudulent insurance payouts.
This guy just reversed into me. What the hell is going on?
Authorities arresting Jamie Wiracocha and Victor Murillo of Brooklyn, saying they allegedly planned 3 collisions in 2024, recruiting other participants with promises of cash payouts. Police say they instructed others how to stage a car crash, promising thousands of dollars, submitting claims for damage and personal injuries.
My first instinct was that I got caught in a road rage. It was very chaotic.
Asfa Natasha's car was one of their alleged targets. Watch as the silver Honda Accord cuts her off on a busy New York City highway, causing her to slam on the brakes. But when she doesn't hit them, the driver putting the car into reverse, crashing into her.
I just proceeded to treat it like an accident. You know, I asked them if they were okay.
Then the backseat passengers covering the back window with a tarp as the driver switches seats before getting out of the car and pretending to be injured.
They were like, well, we have to go pick up our baby. And so basically when I turned around to go check on the car, they just got in their car and left.
Jamie Wiracocha and Victor Murillo are charged with staging a motor vehicle accident, reckless endangerment, conspiracy, insurance fraud, and other crimes as well. Pretty shocking video there.
Freezing. Fools. All right, Rhiannon, thank you. We're going to turn now to the historic heist. Overnight, we have new details on the FBI investigation after an alleged robbery at the Miami Heat's arena. Andrew Dimbert is here tracking the latest. And Andrew, some of the items taken could be tied to big players like LeBron James.
Yeah, Rebecca, details are still coming in, but this could be one of the most historic heists when it comes to sports memorabilia. Potentially millions of dollars of gear, including game-worn jerseys, stolen, taken right from the Miami Heat's arena, the Kaseya Center. That's according to NBA insider and podcaster Amin El Hassan of the Dan Le Batard Show in Miami. Federal authorities are now investigating, according to local media in South Florida. The Heat gear stolen, according to El Hassan, includes player-worn NBA Finals jerseys, which can fetch thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars on the secondary market. It's believed the goods were taken from a team storage facility inside the arena. I've reached out to the FBI field office in Miami, as well as the Miami Heat, but have yet to hear back. So no word on a suspect or suspects. But again, the FBI is said to be investigating, so more to come.
Wow, jerseys from the actual game. Andrew, thank you.
Now, the debate between Tom Brady and Scottie Scheffler. Scheffler's comments about balancing his professional and family life drew some attention from Brady. The two stars have very different opinions. Will Reeve has the details. Hey, Will.
I am George. Good morning. It's hard to argue with Tom Brady's success and results on the football field or Scottie Scheffler's on the golf course, but how they prioritize and balance things or don't away from their work is their business, and to hear Brady tell it, greatness requires sacrifice in sports and at home.
This morning, Tom Brady addressing an open letter to the #1 golfer in the world, Scottie Scheffler, writing, "Scottie said he'd rather be a better father and husband than a good golfer. And my question is, why are those mutually exclusive? I think part of being a great father is being a great example of doing what it takes to take care of your family. I chose to do it by playing football." The 7-time Super Bowl winning quarterback referencing these recent comments from Scheffler about his own relationship to golf.
But at the end of the day, it's like, this is not a fulfilling life. And all of a sudden, you get to #1 in the world, and then they're like, what's the point? Why do I want to win this tournament so bad? Because if I win, it's going to be awesome for about 2 minutes.
The 29-year-old Scheffler already needs only the U.S. Open to complete the career Grand Slam after winning the Open Championship last week. Scheffler maintaining family will always come first.
If my golf ever started affecting my home life or it ever affected the relationship I have with my wife or with my son, that's going to be the last day that I play out here for a living. This is not the be-all, end-all. This is not the most important thing in my life. And that's why I wrestle with, why is this so important to me? Because, I would much rather be a great father than I would be a great golfer.
But in his letter, Brady argues giving his all to his job is synonymous with being a great dad and family man, writing, "The hours of practice, the moments when I was laser focused, those were times when I believe I was doing the best possible thing for my family and my kids by prioritizing my profession and teaching by example what it takes to be really good at your job."
And there's no doubt that both Brady and Scheffler are great at their jobs and seem like really good dads, too. You can have it all. I mean, we've got some high-achieving dads right at this table. How did you guys do it?
I don't even know why it's an argument. I think different things work for different people. I honestly think the sports are different. In golf, you go for a week. A lot of times they take their family. Football, you're in and out. So I just think that
and they were both being honest about their experience. I feel very lucky that this job was actually great for raising kids.
Yeah.
You had to be home for dinner every night.
You get to be home for dinner every night. But I think they're both at different stages of parenting as well. Sure. And I do think, regardless of how great you are at your job or whatever, you are an example to your kids. So I understand both arguments. Yeah. Neither one is wrong. Both are great. And both
we're not going to have any enemies today.
No. It doesn't have to be one way.
And being present in whatever it is that you're in the middle of. I think that's part of it too. You got to be where you are.
Yeah. And another key.
Yeah. So, Will, are you taking notes?
I like that.
But George,
I'm on board with that.
Mother.
Very
is what helps you, all right? With our play of the day. Yeah. Escape artist that's been catching the internet's eye. Sam, you have the video.
I know. You guys have shown a little bit of it, but wait till you see it. It also makes me want to quote Diana Ross with "Ain't no mountain high enough." But wait a minute, you'll see it all. When you look at the walls inside this shelter, you could think nothing would be possible to get out of there. It would be mission impossible for any animal, but not our inquisitive Chase. There you go. Staffers at Kentucky Animal Shelter thought all the dogs were safely in their kennels. Right? Just out for a walk, George. No big need, no big deal. No, just out, because I want to be. Somehow Chase climbed up the door to escape, and now that shelter knows how agile Chase is, they've actually given him his own room for his own protection because he's just wandering around. Chase is a recent addition to the shelter and still up for adoption, but we know that he will stop at nothing.
All right, somebody's got to adopt Chase.
Right.
Yeah.
I think if
As
you
long
want a
as
dog
they
with
have really
personality,
tall walls in their house.
that made me smile this morning because sometimes you just got to go.
Thank you, Sam. Coming up, it's National Intern Day. We have a lot of interns all made up to tell us what they've learned this summer.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Breaking overnight. Severe flooding in the southwest. The latest round in the hard-hit region as the threat moves east. With the I-95 corridor on alert for flooding rain. Plus relief from the brutal heat dome. Sam Champion tracking it all.
New hope for new moms?
I just felt like this guilt inside me, like I'm gonna be a horrible mom, like I made the biggest mistake of my life, like I'm gonna mess this child up.
We asked some moms taking the first drug to treat postpartum depression if it's helping them.
I did feel like it kind of reset my brain.
And the changes they're seeing.
And just like that, Mario is back.
I make a sweet potato pie that will knock you out.
And this time, he's not empty-handed. He's talking pies, season 3, and more.
And we're celebrating National Intern Day with our incredible interns, sharing the work they've done as they say,
Good morning, America! Did you bring your pom-poms, girls? Suddenly I'm a high school cheerleader.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Thursday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. There's only one Mario, Cantone. There's truly only one, and he did not come empty-handed. He may have some pies, for everybody. As we celebrate National Intern Day, as you see, he was helping us right there. And our interns, they're getting ready in hair and makeup. They'll be showcasing what they've been working on this summer. We cannot wait for that because they work extremely hard.
They work so hard. They've been behind the scenes here with us all summer long doing great work, and we can't wait for you to see them. Also ahead, Tori Johnson is here with Deals and Steals, all clever solutions for self-care to personal safety, all at least 50% off.
First, look at the top stories breaking today. We start with the extreme weather. Flash floods had hit parts of New Mexico, and the threat is not taking aim at the I-95 corridor. Sam is tracking it.
All right, George, we want to highlight this because we talked about it at the top of the show, but there's a couple things going on here. We've had some big fires burning in the West, and where those fires burn, they leave a scar on the ground. The ground cannot absorb water, and then we've had some big rain events on top of it. This one last night was the 4th one in this area. Now let's talk about this new information that we've got coming out of the flooding that we're expecting in parts of the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic. So we just killed a severe thunderstorm warning in Pennsylvania. It just expired, but there were 60-mile-per-hour winds there, some small hail firing up in this storm already this morning. So the atmosphere is ready to go. And these storms will happen at any time all the way through the afternoon and even into the overnight. We are looking in some of these storms for 3 inches of rainfall per hour. It could be 5 inches of rain in some of these locations. I would extend the red all the way into the Hudson Valley and all the way out onto Long Island as well as a possibility there. So that's more than just street flooding. It's stream flooding, river flooding, all that's possible. Heads up for that. Let's talk about the heat. We've got that loaded up on this wall. So we've seen this heat dome just blocking up here. Take a look at the magenta areas. This is some of the toughest heat in the country during the day today. The rest of the orange there, the heat advisory could be up to 110, 111 with the feel. Watch day by day as this cold air drops down here. And I'm talking cold. These numbers are going from like Memphis at 106 to Memphis at 90, and then finally going into much cooler temperatures into the 80s, so close to the 70s. Michael?
All right, thank you so much for that, Sam. We're going to turn now to the attack on a Virginia councilman. The suspect is in custody. Our Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas has the story. And Pierre, authorities are saying he was set on fire?
Michael, good morning. Yes, it's hard to believe, but today Danville City Councilman Lee Vogler is recovering in a North Carolina burn center after being attacked by a suspect who apparently intended to burn him alive. Vogler was confronted inside this office building where he worked for a local magazine by a man carrying a 5-gallon bucket of gasoline. Co-workers said the man threw the gasoline on Vogler, chased him down, and set him on fire. The suspect, identified as 29-year-old Shotzi Buck Hayes, arrested a few blocks away after allegedly fleeing the scene. Police say the attack involved a personal matter and was not related to Vogler's role on the city council, where he has served since 2012. Buck Hayes has been charged with attempted first-degree murder and is being held without bond. The attack shocking the small city of Danville. One of Vogler's co-workers at the magazine had this to say: "This type of senseless violence has to stop." Rebecca?
As it does, it absolutely does. Okay, Pierre, thank you. We turn now to the Blake Lively-Justin Baldoni legal battle. The actress scheduled to sit for a sworn deposition later today in her lawsuit accusing her and Ends With Us co-star of sexual harassment and retaliation. Rhiannon Alley is here with more on that. Nice to see you again, Rhiannon.
Hey, good morning, Rebecca. It has been a tumultuous year since Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni debuted their movie It Ends With Us last August. What happened in the following months garnered more headlines than the movie did. And today is a big day in the ongoing saga. It is Lively versus Baldoni, as the actress is set to be deposed, testifying under oath. Now, she'll be grilled by attorneys for Baldoni, her Ends With Us co-star, and the director of that film, who she is accusing of sexual harassment and retaliation. Baldoni has denied those allegations. Now, the deposition was originally scheduled for 2 weeks ago, but it was postponed. And we are told today a court reporter and videographer will be present, but the testimony may remain sealed under a protective order. This has been a long road for the actress since filing that suit in 2024. And Baldoni has fought back, filing a $400 million countersuit and a $250 million defamation lawsuit against the New York Times. Both of those, though, were dismissed earlier this year. Now, Lively will finally have her day in court next year because the trial date is set for March 9th. And guys, this is going to be really interesting because attorneys for both Lively and Baldoni say that they do plan to testify.
Yeah, there will be so much attention on that, Rhiannon. Okay, thank you. Coming up here on GMA Morning Menu, what some new moms are saying about a pill to treat postpartum depression. Is it helping?
Also had Ken Jennings, Matt Damon teaming up on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Did they make Jimmy Kimmel miserable and win it all? I mean, it's a big moment in pop news.
Yes, can't wait for that. Looking forward to it. And take a look at our amazing summer interns. There they are with the smiling faces so early in the morning. Well, we're getting ready to celebrate National Intern Day, and they will be our focus because we're highlighting their hard work, and they have done a lot of it. That is coming up. And Sam's with two special guests. Who you got, Sam?
So Nina Garcia is here with Project Runway. Does this mean we get to be on Project Runway? Mario Cantone is here as well.
I would love that. I can walk a runway.
Oh,
baby,
I
know.
have
No doubt. You're so lacy, very lacy.
Well, very feminine.
Very lacy. It's very pretty.
So there's much more of this on GMA coming up. We'll be right back. I'm so glad you guys are here. This is like a fun time.
I'm miserable that I had to get up so friggin' early.
We are back with our GMA cover story about the first medication approved to treat postpartum depression. It's been available for just over a year, and now some moms are taking to social media to share how it's been working for them. Stephanie Ramos is here with the story. We first saw it in the New York Times. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey there, George. It's so neat to see so many women sharing their different experiences. For many women, giving birth can be incredibly isolating, with approximately 1 in 8 suffering from postpartum depression. Now, those who have used the medication Zurzuvae are sharing their personal experiences with the medication to try and help other new moms.
5 weeks postpartum, and it's been rough, to say the least.
Thousands of new moms have tried the first drug available for postpartum depression and are now sharing their experiences.
That postpartum depression period is so you can't even explain it unless you go through it, but it's miserable.
The pill Zurzuvae, approved in 2023 and taken for only 14 days, can ease depression symptoms in postpartum women in as little as 3 days. Other antidepressants can take weeks.
It's a very serious disease, not just the baby blues. So having medications that are now FDA approved to treat postpartum depression and to treat it quickly is really beneficial.
29-year-old Sarah Yates, mom of 2 under 2, experienced postpartum depression after both her children were born.
The sun would start to go down, and it was just the most terrifying thing. Panic attacks would ensue.
A psychiatrist recommended she try Zurzuvae when her second baby came home. Her results were mixed.
I took the medicine for the first time last night. I did not like the way it made me feel. It made me so groggy. I experienced the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. It's one day I'm doing great, and the next day I'm crying. This is the worst day of my life. Why is this happening?
But side effects aside, she says she did sleep better.
I did feel like it kind of reset my brain. So I was better off than I was before I took it.
I've been on it for almost a week now, and the difference is night and day. Like, I could cry happy tears.
25-year-old Stevie Robertson from Glenwood, Illinois, gave birth to her second baby in May.
I just felt like this guilt inside me, like I'm gonna be a horrible mom. Like, I made the biggest mistake of my life. Like, I'm gonna mess this child up.
Doctors offered her Zurzuvae, and by day 5, she was feeling better with minimal side effects.
I'd wake up and that pressure I'd feel in my chest, the dread I would feel when I woke up to a baby crying, I didn't feel that dread anymore.
The side effects of Zurzuvae include drowsiness, dizziness, fatigue, and UTIs, according to Biogen, one of the makers of the drug. In a statement, the company tells ABC News, postpartum depression remains underdiagnosed and undertreated. It is important that women who may be experiencing symptoms of postpartum depression speak with their doctors.
Zurzuvae, of course, may not be a cure-all for everybody suffering from postpartum depression, but having conversations like these women are willing to have on social media is really helping to remove the stigma around these experiences, guys.
Yeah, it sure is. Okay, Stephanie, thanks very much. Pop news time, Sam.
All right, George, let's begin it this way. And just like that, it's pop news. Because Mario Cantone is how we start. He's a Tony nominee, a writer, a comedian, a star of Just Like That, and also a baker. We know because he told us so the last time he stopped by GMA.
So what do you bake besides banana bread?
I bake sweet potato pie. I know. I bake a sweet potato pie that will knock you out.
And this morning, we're about to be knocked out. Mario Cantone is making good on that promise. Come on out, our dear friend.
Well, I brought it. Here it is. Well, you noticed that Robin gave me the side eye. Because, black people own this pie. So when a white boy makes it, they give you the side eye. And the funny thing is, she's not here, Michael's not here, so I'm serving this to a bunch of white people.
Yeah, exactly. And someone gave this man a knife.
I have to serve it to 3 white people, which doesn't make any sense at all. Because you know what? Then I don't get a really fair assessment.
I know. I'm so afraid to approach.
So how did you get into sweet potato pie?
What?
How did you get into sweet potato pie?
I used to go up to Harlem and just go to Wimp's and go to Copeland's and M&G's, and I would try everybody's sweet potato pie, and I just learned how to make it.
So is this your specialty? The thing you bring to parties and stuff?
One more fork.
Look, I don't go
George.
to parties and make work. I can't bake for parties because, you come to my house, you get a pie. I feel like baking with Julia. This is a lovely sweet potato pie. White men can't jump, but white women can make
Does it count if we like it?
Do you like it?
It's really good.
It's very good.
Did you make the crust yourself?
No, I didn't make the crust.
Okay,
So
good to know.
I'm not going to lie. I can't lie to you. It's
It's really good.
I'm not eating because I intermittent fast. I don't eat till 2. Actually, I intermittent live. I don't get up till 2, and then I eat.
By 2, do you mean the second month, like next February?
No, yeah, maybe. No, 2 p.m., baby. 2 p.m. Do you like it? Good, right?
It's really good.
You're not done with this yet. You're going to hang around for pop news, the rest of it, and then we're going to stick around because you're going to talk about the next season of Just Like That.
I am
We're going to do a
going
little conversation.
Yes, we
All
are.
right, should we move on?
You can move on.
I just think there's going to be something you find interesting in some of it.
I'm going to sit here with you?
Yeah, no, hang in here.
Oh, sure.
Also in pop news, the good-natured feud between Matt Damon and Jimmy Kimmel, much like our feud, takes center stage on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
I never liked you. You miserable man.
Teamed up with Jeopardy legend Ken Jennings on Millionaire, hosted by Kimmel. And the duo made it all the way to the final round, which, didn't make Jimmy happy, kind of. Check it out.
Let's do it. Do we love Matt Damon or what? Right. You got it. Thank you so much. You are making him so miserable right now. You're turning this into an uprising. I'm coming on Jeopardy with someone you hate.
And boy, did Matt have a good time. So the Damon Jennings team did go on to answer the final question correctly. They won the $1 million prize. Wow. And it goes to water.org. This is a charity that I love. Damon's nonprofit that helps bring clean water to communities in need. Give them all the money you can find. And they just got $1 million there. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire airs Wednesdays at 8 p.m. 7 Central right here on
ABC.
Good. Thank you.
I know my ABCs. By the way, I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
I asked Michael Strahan. I beat Ken Jennings twice on Pyramid. I beat him twice. I walked by him like, that's right, Jennings.
Now, would you give him a little credit in saying that they're two different skill sets? I mean, Jeopardy
I did say that. I did say that. It's pyramid is like I'm zoned in. Yeah. It's a whole other mental skill.
Right.
I mean, Jeopardy is hard. Although I did win Celebrity Jeopardy. I won $68,000 for my charity.
Oh, so actually, you've done both.
But I didn't beat Ken Jennings on Jeopardy. I
Give this man a game show.
Why don't you have a game show?
You mean like hosting a game show?
Yeah.
Well, if someone gave me one, I'd probably do it. But I'm home baking sweet potato pies for white people.
All right. Also, stay tuned because Tony Award-winning best friends Josh Gad and Andrew Rannells are teaming up again for a Hulu comedy series called Stay Tuned. See what we did there? Mm-hmm. It'll be loosely based on the 1992 cult classic film 1992. We remember those years.
I certainly do.
Same name, which starred John Ritter. Remember John Ritter and Pam Dauber?
I certainly do.
As a suburban couple transported into their television. It's like your life, really.
I'm transported.
You were transported into a television as a very young child.
I certainly was. I actually came out of a television instead of my mother's womb.
All right. So for over a decade, Andrew Rannells said he has been loving Laverne and Shirley, and he's actually the Laverne and Shirley of our generation. So therefore, it only made sense to do a TV series where he could literally be in an episode of Laverne and Shirley inside the show. There are no further details on that show, but stay tuned.
Well, it'll be great. Those two boys are magnificently talented.
I agree.
They are so talented. I saw them in Book of Mormon originally.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it.
Come by every day. All right, rom-com alert. One of the most beloved movie genres, My Best Friend's Wedding. Gosh, I love this film.
It's one of the greatest movies
ever. Julia Roberts, Dermot Mulroney, and Cameron Diaz. Back in 1997, maybe getting a sequel. So Sony's tapped the Oscar nominee Celine Song to write the script, but there's no official word yet on the director or cast, although Mulroney has said there is talk of a sequel, so he even said it. The song, the Dionne Warwick song, remember this?
I Say a Little Prayer for You. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dionne Warwick. And Aretha Franklin also did a great cover.
Look at the lobster claws in the background. One of my favorite parts. Don't ever miss it. All right, the film scenes, the fans may need to get ready for this because
lobster
Mulroney...
claws. You use them as leaf pressed on nails. Who are you kidding?
Well, anyway, they're back on the screen together, and that, my friend, is pop news.
Celine Song is the perfect person to do that movie. She's a great director.
Yeah.
I saw that at a screening in LA the first time it came out, and I just was blown away. I was like, this is an amazing film. It's really brilliant. And they're just all really great. And yeah, they'll do the sequel. Of course they're going to do it. They're doing Devil Wears Prada 2 right now. I mean, they say they're going to do it. They know they're going to do it. They wouldn't be saying it if they weren't going to do it. They're going to do it.
All right, we are here now with Tori Johnson, bringing problem-solving deals and steals, all from small businesses.
Yes.
Hello, Tori.
I like how you say that because you said it in a way that is very calm and relaxing, and that is what our first deal is all about. This is Lifeline's making their deals debut. Aromatherapy pens. So hang on to that. That one it's like an ocean breeze.
It smells so nice.
This is a citrus one. So it's got these little vents right here. You fill this with the essential oils. It's got these little vents right on top here so that you can open or close them depending on the amount of aroma that you need. So depending on high stress, open all four. Low stress, maybe you just need one of them. But we've got a big variety. We've got, I love these aromatherapy pencils. They're like a scratch and sniff type, but with very elevated scents. We've got shower, bath, car, travel diffusers. All of these have lots of little special effects to them, but it's the scents that are the real magic. So imagine when you're like, exactly, on deadline, super stressed, but you then got a little bit of calm. All 50% off today, starting at $10.
And it's not just looks like a pen, it actually is a pen. They can write.
It's a real pen. Okay, this is She's Birdie. So I'm not going to demo this loud sound, but this is what you want to have attached to your backpack, belt, bag, especially as everyone's heading back to college. If you feel unsafe in public, you pull the pin, it emits a very loud siren, the strobe lights start flashing, and so it's designed to startle an attacker or a would-be attacker, as well as attract other people for help because of the loud sound. 3.5 million of these have been sold. This is the 3.0, which is their newest, most advanced model. It's rechargeable, it also has a flashlight, and what I like is that this brass fits it's great for on a keychain, or again, you can switch it around very easily depending on what bag you're using. 50% off. It's a smart personal safety alarm.
So smart.
Okay, so this is the Clip and Go from Save the Girl. So we've got a big variety here. You're looking at the touchscreen bag.
Okay.
Those bags are really cool. If you pick that up and turn that around, you could put a phone right into there, and then you can text, even talk right through that, so that you don't leave your phone someplace. It also protects it from germs. And then this one's the Clip and Go. You see lots of people on our makeup team running around with these because they always want their phone attached.
If you work with your hands, it makes a lot of sense.
So your phone is like kind of attached at your hip right here. Then you've got a spot for cash, credit card, ID, and then your hands are free.
Right.
So we've got so many different options with really fun, colorful straps or these great chains. So many different options. This is like the functional item if you are attached to your phone. All Slash and Half starts at $17.50.
Excellent.
Okay, now we're switching gears here to rechargeable batteries.
Okay.
So we've got AA, C, and D. And if you go through a lot of batteries, this is a really smart thing because, again, rechargeable, reusable, eco-friendly. It comes with the whole charging station. And then you see the little LED screen right here tells you how much juice is remaining so that your batteries are always ready when you need them.
You'll always have a battery.
Always have a battery that's ready to go. The whole set is slashed in half.
Excellent.
All right, you know this is one of my favorites.
Yes.
I'm gonna put you to work right here. Okay, so imagine bills, bank statements, information that you want concealed. You can just roll right over the information that you want concealed and it's gonna cover it up.
Or you can have your 6-year-old do this.
Yes,
because they would
she
love
will be
it.
addicted. She and I will fight over it because
stay on
it's
the
really
paper,
fun.
Isabel, not the walls.
Exactly, but it keeps your information safe from prying eyes, sets from Guard Your ID, $20 and free shipping.
This is so
one of the smartest things I've ever featured.
It makes it so easy.
And then finally, Rebecca, how about a facial for your feet?
Oh,
That's
wonderful.
what you get from Barefoot Scientist. Huge variety of products. These gel socks are one of my favorites because you wear them overnight and you wake up with really soft feet. We've got magnesium foot spray for better sleep. We've got pre-heels for blister prevention, deodorizers. If you need a foot treatment, they've got it here, including tools. Everything Slashed in Half starts at $3.50.
I really want to wear these tonight, Tori.
Thank you.
All right, we have partnered with all these companies on these deals. You can get them on our website. And coming up, buckle up, because Mario Cantone is back. He is standing by. He's ready to rock. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
And welcome back our co-host today, Mario Cantone.
Really? I've been teased 50 times, and not in a good way. And
hope we're playing you Scale Plus
and then
today, right?
the pop. Well, I'm glad
we made you work.
You did make me work.
Your day job, and just like that,
Yep.
you say you have an explosive episode tonight?
I have a good episode tonight. Yeah, this is one of my bigger episodes tonight, and you'll see a little nudity. Yes, that's right. Showing my high, tight butt. Yeah. Well, you know, I was terrified because I did some nudity last year, and they told me when I hadn't worked out in 10 years, they were like, I just was like, please, just don't let them tell me I have to take my shirt off. You're going to be getting naked. I was like, you're kidding me. So October of 22, I started working out, and we filmed it in March of 23.
And you were ready.
I don't know if I was ready, but fist pump to you too.
I don't think there's a better introduction. I don't know how much we're going to show, but let's see it. Let's see a clip.
Sure. So what? You have like 5 roommates?
Just one. He's an artist who works the night shift at Whole Foods.
Crashing with you and your roommate on the Upper West Side. Let me get my Wham cassettes. Yeah, that was
as much as we.
Well, it was right before.
Yeah,
that.
right before.
You see.
So you're a big star.
No, I'm not.
You get recognized on the street.
I do
People
get recognized.
swamp you.
I do.
To take
I do
pictures.
run from drunk women. That's what I do. Because I live right near the meat packing
Do
district.
you take pictures? Do you sign
Oh,
autographs?
I'm very approachable. There's an etiquette to it.
Yeah.
You have to, don't scream at me in an airport. Just come up to me and say, hey, can I take a picture? And, and social media, I read everything. I read all the because it's called flooding, George. You should know this. It's a psychological term. You're an intelligent man. I'm shocked at you. No, it's called flooding. You just feed yourself with the good, the bad, and the ugly, and you don't get affected by it.
What's the number one thing people ask you for?
What do they ask me for?
Yeah,
they don't
what do they
ask
want
me-
to hear from you?
Well, they don't want to hear anything. They just comment either they love you or they hate you. And you have to be loved and hated. As Betty Davis said, you must be loved and hated. Because if they just like you, oh, she's a good actress, she's a fine actress, then you're dead in the water. You really are. She always said that. It's true, you gotta be loved and hated. But I'm pretty much, I get good comments, but this is the thing. When someone says something horrible about you, this is my advice to young actors. Don't clap back. Don't say anything to them. Let it die on the vine, and do not give them and their 4 followers any power. That's how you
read
handle
it. Why not just not read it?
Oh, I read everything. I have to. But guess what? It's fine. I'm good. I'm good, George. I'm good.
As you should be. You're a busy man as well.
Yeah.
You're hosting TCM Summer Under the Stars.
Yes, it starts tomorrow. We do every Wednesday night, Ben Mankiewicz and I, and I'm doing 4 stars. I'm doing Jimmy Cagney. What do you hear? What do you say? I love him. He's one of my favorites. I love Jimmy Cagney. And I'm doing Shirley MacLaine. Terms of Endearment we're showing. Give my daughter her shot! Yeah, love that scene. I saw that. I was like, I have to show this one. And I'm doing Joan Crawford.
Yeah.
That's right.
Also good.
And we're doing like this movie called Torch Song, where she plays a Broadway star named Jenny Stewart. It's like the worst movie she ever made, but I had to show it. And she yells at people. She yells at the choreographer. Gene, you're the dance director. Would you be good enough to tell Mr. Ellis this is a rehearsal, not a dancing school? I mean, she's just brutal with it. Oh yeah, she's great. You're supposed to warm up to her eventually, but you never do. And then who's the 4th one? Is Judy Garland. We're doing I Could Go On Singing, and The Star Is Born. The night is bitter, the stars have lost their glitter, the wind grows colder, and all because of the man that got away. All right, Sam, just calm down. I'm not going to sit on your lap. Don't get happy.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
You know,
So what else are you working on?
What else am I working on? So there's a movie that's on Amazon Prime right now that I'm in called Can't Let It Go. And it's a really interesting, fun film. In fact, there is a premiere screening tomorrow night in Larkspur, California, which I will be at with the director, Roy Super, and we're doing a Q&A afterwards. It's a good movie. It's very interesting. Funny, interesting. I like it. And I'm working on the 3rd season of Gravesend, which is a mafia, 80s mafia series on Amazon Prime.
Oh, wow.
I played like a really good friend, a gay friend of a made mafia man, which has really never been done. And he never even kills me. It's unbelievable.
You survive the show.
I survive it because he protects me.
I feel like I've known you for a very long time, and I think this is the most successful time I've seen for you. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I do. I do feel that way. You can feel it on the streets too. When I walk down the street, I can feel it. It's heightened. It is. I bet you got to be happy about it now because it doesn't last forever. You do it, and then it goes away, and then sometimes it comes back. I mean, this thing came back.
Yeah, it did.
How, it's unbelievable. I just look at these lovely flowers. The calla lilies are in bloom. I love them. You must watch TCM Summer Under the Stars because I won't be there, but perhaps you'll see a few of my pictures too. My neck is killing me.
You can also watch new episodes of And Just Like That. They debut Thursdays at 9 Eastern on Max.
The premiere of Project Runway Season 21 airs tonight, and here to tell us all about it is the woman herself, Nina Garcia, the longest-running Project Runway judge and editor-in-chief of Elle Magazine. It is so great to see you, Nina.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I'm such a huge fan, and congratulations on the new digs.
Oh, thank you. This is the first time in the news?
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks fabulous.
That's high praise. Like, you look fabulous. Also high praise.
Because I feel like she would
Nina
tell
Garcia.
us if it didn't look
exactly.
fabulous.
Yes, I would. Absolutely.
Sam and I were just saying, we have both been viewers since the original 21 seasons ago. How does it feel to be on such a juggernaut and to be a part of it the whole time?
You know what? It has been such a privilege to be part of this show. I am not surprised this show is still going on because, first of all, it was first of its kind. There's a fascination with the process of creation.
Definitely.
The show really is a mirror to what, the fashion industry is really a mirror to what's happening in our culture. And Project Runway has been very good at being very good about really presenting things in a very organic and real way. So what you're getting there, and it's a little snapshot of reality. This is the industry. It's just condensed in the seasons. But they've also, you know, there's such integrity to the show. We've tackled really difficult, we've never shied away from difficult conversations.
Right.
It's really been an incredible run. And I am still, you know, I still believe in this show. There's such an interest in fashion and in style, and we deliver it.
Well, not only the show have you been a part of for a while, but the industry. I feel like, you know, who knows the industry kind of better than you at this point as well?
That's right. I have been in this industry for a very long time. And like, I love what Heidi says in the beginning of the show, one day you're in, one day you're out.
Yeah.
It is so true. It's an industry of change, and every season is a new season. So you have to keep up with it.
And in this season, there are a lot of personalities. Who's going to like kind of surprise us most?
I think, you know, this is such a great show. First of all, the comeback of Heidi, she's wonderful. The judges, the chemistry between us is really good. Heidi is she's very honest. I am very frank. I used to be called the mean.
I don't buy it.
The mean judge.
You're not mean.
But now Law is there to give me a run for my money. And we love to agree, but we also love to disagree.
Well, and that's part of it that I think viewers enjoy watching the clashes, because sometimes it's about like artistic vision, and that's an interesting thing to see play out on Freeform. The trailer that just ran, highest performing in history, and we see you, I guess, clashing with Antonio a little bit.
Well, Antonio was, you know, is one of the twins. So that in itself is a lot of drama.
Yes. I'm married to a twin, so I get it.
So that in itself is going to bring a lot of drama.
Yeah.
But there's also drama within the judges. So, you know, it's a really fun show. This is one of my
Always
favorites.
has been. I can't wait for this one. Now, Heidi Klum challenged us 3 Project Runway designers to create an outfit for her when they were on GMA last month. Do you have any insider advice for the designers on something that might actually make Heidi happy?
Oh, well, we have to start with Hans and Franz, as she calls them. They can't miss that. It has to be sexy. It has to be bold. It has to be very original, not off the rack. She likes to be bold. She likes to make an entrance. So that's my suggestion. Be sexy. Start with sexy.
Nina, before we go, can you kind of play us off the air with one of your signature faces? Imagine we're wearing something really problematic on the show. Thank you, Nina Garcia. We really appreciate it. Project Runway. It is going to be fun because of you and everyone. Tonight on Freeform, Hulu, and Disney+.
Let's just see if I can do this one right. I'm so glad you guys are here. All right, we're celebrating our 50th anniversary right here at GMA, and we're celebrating all year long, because why wouldn't you? Who better to celebrate than with some cool treats to beat the summer heat? This segment is sponsored by DQ, and they are helping us celebrate as they mark a milestone of their own. We're joined by DQ franchise owner and spokesperson David Gillespie. David, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Sam. Thank you for having us here.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Some very special taste testers are here as well. Kids and parents from the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Guys, welcome. It's so nice to see you. Everyone's got their Blizzard treats here. So are we also, I believe, saying happy birthday to the Blizzard treat itself?
We are. It is the 40th birthday of the Blizzard today. And we want to thank you guys and congratulate you guys on 50 years and your anniversary. That's great. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. And congratulations to you guys as well. I see a setup here. So what I can imagine is, and we all kind of like order them and love them, but how can I make one?
Well, I get to make one for you this morning, because who doesn't want to have a Blizzard this early in the morning?
Okay? I'm in. Let's do it.
So we're going to go ahead and do that. So I've already gone ahead and got a cup. I prepped it up for you. So we have our famous DQ soft serve in here with our graham base already, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and add some marshmallow topping.
Okay, please do.
So I'm going to get some marshmallow in there.
If you get an extra squish of marshmallow in there, I'm not going to complain.
Y'all can see this, okay? All right. So then we're gonna go ahead and add, we have our lovely graham crackers right in here. Okay. And then we have our DQ branded marshmallow filled chocolates.
No way.
These are the secret. These are amazing. If I see you catch some of these, it's okay. I'll leave the top off on that one.
Yeah, I might walk away with a pocket
So
full.
I'm gonna come around here to our blizzard machine and I'm gonna go ahead and blend it up for you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
And this is kind of the secret, right? Like how it all gets blended up and...
This is how you all get taken care of and blend it all up for you. Okay. So, let's see it here. Because now, you know, with Dairy Queen and our blizzards, we have to actually serve our blizzards upside down thick.
Wait.
So this one's made for you.
Do you ever get nervous when you do that show and tell, when you turn it upside down?
Never, occasionally, but no, it's great. No, it's good. No, everyone works.
All right, today is an extra special day for DQ for another reason as well. It's a Miracle Treat Day. Can you explain why our crew is here, Miracle Treat Day, and what's going on?
So Miracle Treat Day is the sweetest day for Dairy Queen because we get together and sell blizzards, and every blizzard that we sell, a donation goes to your local Children's Miracle Network hospital. So we have one in Atlanta in my area. Thank you. And we look to make it a big day that everybody enjoys, and we appreciate all you guys being here with us today to enjoy this. So.
All right, and we have special taste testers. How are we doing with the flavors? Ava, how are you?
So good. I'm good.
I'm Sam. Nice to meet you. Tell me about the flavors.
So it's a s'mores flavor, and all of the crumbs and chocolate, I mean, it's just so good. My favorite is the chocolate chip cookie dough, but I'm gonna have to order this next time.
I'm okay. I will stand over here with you with that. Okay. That's my favorite.
Good.
But I haven't even tried this yet, and this may be my brand new favorite. So, all right, here we go. Thanks to our sponsor DQ, we've even more control room, enjoying. We've spread them around the house today, enjoying these delicious blizzard treats, as well as our interns getting in on the celebration because we're celebrating them in just a second. So, can we have some more of these when we come back?
Hey, there
Rebecca,
you go. That's great. See?
Oh, by the way, Sam, coming up, I'm pretending to be an intern.
Where are you?
Oh, okay.
We've been spending the summer with them. They're here at GMA, and they have a very special treat. And this special treat is pretty great, too. We're going to see all of you in just a minute. And thank you to all of you for being here today. It's really wonderful to see everybody and to spend this time together. We will be right back. Enjoy the treats in the control room, guys.
Back now, and we are celebrating, I think, the brightest smiles in the house, by the way, like every day. National Intern Day with our incredible interns. Let's meet them now. We have Georgia. Hi. Hi, Georgia. Sydney. Hi. Hey, Taylor. Hi. Hi, Yvonne. How are you? Clara. Hi. Braden. Hi. All right, so you've seen this trend on TikTok. I hadn't. The ladies had to tell me about it, where people are showcasing their day-to-day lives using movie-style narration. Well, our interns have written and produced this piece in that style to show you what they've been up to this summer. I could not fake a British accent, so we'll see how it goes. Take a look. These are our GMA interns. This is Yvonne. She works for Field & Series, and right now, she's producing a piece about...
Shh, you know they can't know yet.
Oh, right. Her role also comes with working the night shift. This is Braden. She's an intern for the second hour.
Wait, how'd you get in my room?
She's waking up when Yvonne is going to bed.
The 4 a.m. wake-up time is fine with me because I get to help with rehearsals.
Braden never knows where the day might take her.
I'm usually behind the cameras, but I have made a few guest appearances.
And this is our wonderful intern, Braden.
Braden. This is Taylor. She's also an intern for the second hour.
And the third.
She anchor produces for GMA3, which means prepping these little blue cards. Oh, hey, Will.
Oh, nice. Yes.
And giving the anchor any information they need. This is Clara.
Ready?
She's an intern with the social team and keeps up with all the hottest trends. She films and edits videos and spends a concerning amount of time, really, on Instagram.
I'm just a girl standing in front of America. Ask me to like this reel.
And this is Georgia. She's an intern in the medical unit.
I'm not a doctor, but I do hang out with them.
She helps with all things health on GMA, from medical breakthroughs to new studies. And finally, this is Sydney. She's an intern with Team Robin. She helps with research and pitches.
I feel right at home at this desk.
And I think all 6 of them are starting to feel right at home here. Right?
Oh, you're making us smile and laugh today. That was beautiful. That was so great. And you guys learned that television is a real team effort by putting that piece together. What was the best part about it?
Definitely the production. I mean, we had so much fun just like learning and working on it. This is the first thing that I think all of us are getting to see from start to finish, and we got to work with producers, editors, writers. We got to really get the hands-on production experience. It was just such a great time, and yeah, I can't wait to carry this into my career with me.
Well, we want to thank all of you for doing such a fantastic job, for us as someone for bringing those smiles to work every day.
There's no one like Salt and Pepper, loved by millions. And now, similar to what Taylor Swift went through, they're in a legal battle to regain control of their music catalog.
People who read the headlines and they see the suit and everything, what do you want them to know?
That this isn't fair.
Now, Monday morning, Robin Roberts with Salt and Pepper.
Just give me a little something, something.
Here I go, here I go, here I go again.
The all-new exclusive breaks Monday on
Salt and Pepper's here. Good morning, America.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Thank you all for sharing this morning with us.
Yes, and for more news, you can check out What You Need to Know anytime on Disney+. Have a great day. Thank you, interns.